I wanted to show you how to work with AWS CLI and authenticate using the MFA. So let's go over the scripts that does that. First, checking if you have Jquery installed. And obviously you're going to need AWS and Jquery installed. So it's going to check if you have Jquery installed. Then export the default AWS profile. Get your input about AWS account ID, MFA user, and token. Then it's going to create a temporary token with this duration, save it on a temporary file, and export the profile. So in order to do that, let's go to the, before we do that, we need to create access keys. So let's go to the user console and we have your demo user. To security. And this user already have the MFA enabled. It's activated, it's here. So let's create the keys. And configure, AWS configure we'll need. Okay, now we can run the script. It's going in my account ID. I'm going to use the authenticator app. And what happens right now is the script ran successfully and created temporary keys. So let me clear the screen and show you. So the default profile is using the keys we created right now in the console. These are the permanent keys. And using those keys, we created a temporary keys that will expire. And the profile is MFA. Okay, so that's what the script did. So now let's try and access a resource. And we're trying to list this S3 bucket. I'm sorry to type here. Okay, now the error is okay because that doesn't exist. Okay, so we're trying to access this bucket, but it's getting access denied. But this user does have permissions for the bucket. That actually has the permission for the entire S3. And let me show you. I have two groups here. You have the default group. And permission this user have read-only for all the S3 buckets. So it's not a permission issue, but it's still access denied. So why is that? Because we have another policies. We have this user is a member of the users MFA group that have these policies that prevent the user from accessing any resource if it's not using the MFA. So one solution we can do is use the profile. And now we can list the bucket. We're basically using the MFA profile, not the default profile. So let's fix the script so we won't have to type it. Okay, now let's run the script again. In my account ID. Okay, the script went successfully, but now the default profile is MFA. So let's try listing the bucket again without the flag of the profile, and we can list it. So if you need to switch between profiles, you can use this script also